can do whatever you put your mind to. So that's kind of the prestige. That's just what I took from the goals. And so, it can be a couple things. It can be one thing. It can be a mixture of things. Caitlin, do you have anything to add to it?
No, I think that's perfect. So everyone will need to submit to your on that sheet, on that printout, it has all of the leaders that wanted to be involved in this. So send it to your closest leader in there. And then the other thing we have to do to get into the 90-day push, we want people that are going to work. We don't want people that are just going to sit. This is, we're going to talk about it in a little bit, but it's going to be a lot of work. So we want people that are dedicated. And so we want everyone, before you can get added, to enroll one distributor and one loyal customer. You have the whole month of June to do this. This should be not easy. It should be for every month. We're trying to complete the steps of success every month. So this would, if you're completing your steps of success, you're getting it done. So that has to be done in the month of July. And I said June last, didn't I? I thought so. I'm still in June. I can't help it. And then another thing, your ADBB auto ship to be added has to be run July, August, September, and October, all 4 months. So if it gets turned off, maybe an extenuating circumstance, you can be allowed to stay in, but it is, it's really important to keep your auto ship on and to be enrolling those distributors and loyal customers. If your auto ship's not on, your business isn't open, you're not using the products, it's just really important. So we want people that are going to have their auto ship on, going to be enrolling, and going to be working really hard. And Mandy was really great at explaining how this is going to go from August to November. He was calling it all out massive action. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be, giving up some things, giving up some sleep. But Mandy was going to kind of give us a little rough layout of what it's going to look like. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, I would love to. So here's the thing about this program. It is going to be uncomfortable, and we have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because here's the thing. If you can be uncomfortable and work really hard for 90 days, you can reap the fruits of those labors for a year. And that's what Eric says. He says, top earners in network marketing companies, including himself and several people that he has trained to do these 90-day pushes, can point back to their 90-day push with 90% of their current business in volume. So if you can get 90% of your business in volume sparked, if you can plant those seeds in these 90 days, how amazing would that be? This business is about owning your time, but you got to buy that time, and you buy time with a little bit more time. Okay. So, it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. You can make it. It's going to be worth it. And he says you have to have, this is 3 months of complete focus. You have to have your blinders on, and you have to really be willing to turn everything else off and focus on your business. It's going to take some sacrifice. You're going to miss a little time with doing this or doing that. You're going to miss some TV shows. You're going to miss, you might be a little tired because you got to get up early, or you got to stay up late. If you have kids, then you might have to do that. You might have to take care of your kids in the morning, or, whatever it is, and stay up later than they do, or get up before they do. For me, when I started this business, I was working full time, 50 hours a week in a salary job. And I stayed up late every night. So I'd get home at 5, and I didn't go to bed until sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And Johnny, my husband, was already in bed, but you got to push through, because you see the light at the end of the tunnel. So for a full-time person, you can expect to contribute 10 plus hours a day, per day on this business. If you're working it full-time, like I'm a full-time It Works girl. So I'm going to be working my business 10 to 16 hours a day, because I see the value here. And if you're working part-time and you have a job, you work a regular 8 to 5, then you need to be prepared to contribute 5 to 8 hours a day. And there are going to be some people who contribute 4. You need to set your goal, and you need to start preparing your friends and your family and your spouse and your kids. Look, mommy's working. I love you so much, and we will have 100% attention time in 91 days, and I'll be back. I'll be here for you. Explain to your family that this is a one-time thing. Let them know, look, I've got to be uncomfortable, and I need your support, and be upfront with them and let them know. Part of this time commitment is you're not going to spend 10, 5, whatever your time is, hours on social media, guys. Don't sit in front of a computer or behind your phone 100% of that time. You need to get out. You need to pick up the phone. You need to call people. You need to be working your business. You need to be having parties. You need to be blitzing. You need to be going to events and wearing your gear. This is not just simply Facebook for 90 days for 10 hours a day, because heavens to Betsy, that would just like drive everybody crazy. We have some events during this time. We're going to have Zooms, team Zooms on Sundays at 8. We're going to have opportunity Zooms on Tuesdays at 8, and we're going to have online parties on Thursdays at 8. So you guys, we're setting it all up for you. All of your leaders are here. We are so excited. We're doing this with you. We're in the trenches with you. Every single one of these women are inspirational. They have great tips. They have great motivation for you, and they only want you to succeed. That's all we want. So if you would just give us 90 solid days, we're going to tell you and show you, and we're going to do it with you. We believe in you, and here's the thing. Everybody is 100% capable of doing this, but not everybody is going to be 100% willing to make the sacrifices. And those are the people that are going to rise to the top, the ones that are willing. Okay, so I think that's all I had, Caitlin. Did I miss anything?
No, I was just going to add something. Coming from someone that has kids, I am not going to sacrifice that time away from my kids. So that is going to mean I'm going to be sacrificing Big Brother this summer. I'm going to be fast forwarding, working through Big Brother. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to be getting up early. I'm going to be staying up late, and I'm going to be taking my month of July, which is what I'm hoping everyone will do. Take their month of July and kind of start getting prepared for it. I'm going to start getting up earlier the whole month of July. So in August 1st comes, I'm not, exhausted, racking my brain trying to come up with how I'm going to do this. So take these next couple of weeks and figure out how you're going to do it. But in no means do I expect anyone to take time away from their kids. We get into this business. I know I did, so that I could spend time with my kids. And that's one thing that I'm not going to sacrifice. So I just know that there's got to be other things I'm going to sacrifice. It's, we're not going to go out to eat as much because we need to eat in so that when we're done, the kids can go to bed and I can work. Like I said, I'm going to be getting up earlier. I just think that is really important that, you're not taking time away from your kids.
Can I add one more thing, Caitlin? Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. Guys, Caitlin put together a fabulous list of income producing activities. It was in the attachment with the invitation and all the information about this event. And those are the activities that you should be really focusing on during that time.
Yes.
During your work time. So that you're doing productive things.
Productive things and not just sitting and scrolling through Facebook. But I did just want to make that crystal clear that I don't expect anyone to take time away from their kids and, sacrifice missing things that we want to be there to see. But we did talk about, Chelsea, did you want to say anything? Can you unmute yourself? I'm looking for you. Maybe she's not. Maybe she got kicked off. She's in. Oh, you're.
Sorry. I said I do have clothes on. This is just a basic cover up. But I was saying you can work with your kids there. Like when my kids are sleeping, I'm working. This week I've been at the beach. I have talked to people at the beach while my kids are sitting there playing next to me. I went to shopping at the store and I was talking to people in the stores, because we are not just focusing on social media. So wherever you go, you just need to be talking to people. You need to be more intentional. And this is the perfect time to step out of your comfort zone and say, I'm doing a 90-day challenge. I would love to talk to you about it. It works. Have you heard of it? You can use that as an opportunity to break the ice. I think sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, 10 hours a day. You're not literally just sitting there and just posting on Facebook, scrolling. You need to be doing things that actually are productive. And so when you're calling people, when you're texting people, whatever you're doing to grow your business, it needs to be communicating with other people. That's what is considered working. It's not posting. It's not scrolling through Facebook, liking things. Literally, you only need to count the time that you're actually speaking with someone, texting someone, calling someone, looking at someone. The only time that you're interacting with people, that's what we're counting as working. And so you're really just upping the efforts of how many people you're talking to a day, basically. And that's what I've gotten from it anyways. I could be wrong. And I can't see y'all's faces, and it's like really hard to judge what y'all are thinking. But anyways, so it's literally going to be a list of things that you can do and how to grow your network, how to find more people to talk to, all those things. And you're going to have step by step. But I think that what I wanted to say was, whenever they first told me like, oh, you're going to have to dedicate your life for the next 90 days, I was like, yeah, right. Like I do that already. That's what I thought in my head. And I realized that it's not true. There's so many missed opportunities I have. And that's what this is really about. It's about taking every single opportunity to grow your business that you can for 90 days, not missing a moment of it. Don't quit redoing your furniture. Quit scrolling through Facebook. I've seen all these posts where everyone's on all these groups on Facebook. There's people that are watching TV shows. They're organizing their closets. Like, just stop doing all that and dedicate that time to your business, your extra time, not sacrificing your family, not sacrificing things that are important, but sacrificing things that don't matter and they can wait until the 90 days are over. And that's what it's about. And if you don't watch the videos, you don't understand. You're just thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? You have to see the value. And he said that he went in 90 days, he had made $84,000 in commissions. And in 7 years from that, he had made like $7 million, or 3 years, it was like $7 million that he all credited back to this 90 days. So when you think of it that way, like, oh my gosh, let's just say in 3 years, I've made $1 million from this 90 days. Then you can see that it's worth it. If you're just doing it to do it, you don't understand why you're doing it. You're not going to have that drive. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what if I multiply my current volume by 10? What if I have $1 million in sales per month after this 90 days? Would it be worth it then? Absolutely. Can you even imagine what my commissions would be? So you have to have in your mind, okay, I'm going for this because this is my goal. And let's just say I might have $1 million in a year, whatever it is, 3 years. It's going to continue to pay you. It's not just what you're earning in this 90 days. It's what's coming from this 90 days in the next few months and years, whatever to come. So that's why they're only doing it. He said he only done it twice in the last 10 years. So this is a big deal. And the fact that you're a part of this right now is a big deal. And it is uncomfortable, but it's because it's going to have such great rewards. And you're not having to do it by yourself like he did. You're doing it with all these people. You're having all the support. Your leaders are here to encourage you. They're here to answer every single question. They're here to tell you what to do when you don't know. So take advantage of it, because when we're doing this 9-day challenge is when you're going to want to be a part of it, because next time when you decide you want to do it, we're not going to all be doing it again. We're doing it now. So you need to get on board now when we're doing it and not wait. Push everything aside that's important and get on board with us and do it, because you're going to really miss out if you don't. That's all I was going to say. Sorry, I just took over.
No, I think it's so perfect. And that literally segues right into the Facebook page that we're going to have. So we have, I think it's 22 leaders, yes, that have all come together and collaborated. And it's not just those 22 are on my downline. But we've collaborated with leaders from other teams, leaders under Susan, leaders not under Susan, to kind of come up with what we're going to do. So we have, once you get that one loyal customer and one distributor, and you put your video and send it to your upline and have your ADBB auto ship on, you get added to this group. And starting August 1st, there will be posts every day, different tips, different tasks, things that are going to be income producing. There's going to be videos. And like Mandy was saying, there's going to be a Zoom every Sunday night at 8 p.m., so right before the family call. And it's going to be great because each leader will have a different Zoom Sunday that they will take. And it can be anything. It can be, have Jade Hooper on, or Ronnie Brown, or Susan, whoever, or, in-person stories. It could be anything. So those are going to be really great, and they're going to be very important to be on every Sunday Tuesdays we're going to have opportunity Zooms, and each leader is going to take an opportunity Zoom and go through the party pad, answer questions. So this is the one you're going to get your potentials on. It's going to be really, and your new people that you're going to acquire in July, they're going to get their potentials on it. It's going to be really beneficial. One thing I did want to say is anyone that you get in the month of July that you recruit to be part of this burst does not have to get one loyal and one distributor, and they do not have to make a video. They do have to have their ADB auto ship set up to run in August, but that's it. They can be added to the group as soon as you are. Because what? Oh, I thought someone. Yes. Sydney, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, I just had the host has stopped your video. I don't know. That was weird. You can't see me, but you can hear me. I was going to say, make sure you let them know, though, what we're doing, and you don't just add them to the group. Like, if you have a new distributor, let them know, like, what the push is.
Yes. Sorry, I accidentally stopped your video instead of unmuting you.
It's okay.
I have no idea how I did that. But so the Facebook group is going to be really beneficial. And then the big, like, exciting part that we're still trying to put together is going to happen in November. So when the 90-day burst is over is when we have this big event for everyone that's completed the 90-day burst. You're invited. I'm not giving any details yet because we're still trying to like iron out everything. But just know it will be a big event. And we don't have a location. Like, I know very little at this point, and we're going to be collaborating with other. It is recorded, Chelsea.
Hey, Caitlin, you said something earlier. I wanted to remind you to say to the group about your team moving at the pace of the leader.
Oh, okay. So this was one thing Eric Moore said in the video, and it was really cool to me. He said, let me pull it up. Got it in my notes right here. It says, your team moves, well, I don't know.
At like half the pace or something?
Yeah, it's half the pace that you're moving. So if you're working 100% every day, expect your team to be working at 50%, your downline. So you need to be working at 200% for your team to be working at 100% and to be working just as, working as hard as they can. They see what you're doing and they feed off of that. So if you're, not posting, never doing anything, just sitting back, expect your team to do that because they're following you. You have to lead from the front. And then I did have one question. It was how will we promote the 90-day burst? That's going to be, come on, get in. You want to be in. You don't want to miss this. It's exciting. Like Chelsea said, this is the one time all the leaders are getting together and doing it. We're not going to probably do it again for a year or 2 or 3 or a while. And then what kinds of things we'll be doing to be held accountable. That's what the Facebook group is for. We're going to be posting things where you are going to have to come back and show us what you've done and, show us your checklist that you did this week. Show us what your 6 list, which we'll go over, like what your 6 list is. Show us what your 6 list is for tomorrow and just things like that. So it's going to be you're going to be held accountable. Everyone, it's going to be a very active page. I do want to stress to have your notifications on for it. I know how annoying that can be to have your notifications on for a ton of different groups, but I think, for this 90 days, it would be very beneficial to have it on. So you're seeing when people are posting and, they're doing the same stuff you're doing. So they could be having the same issue or you could be having the same issue someone's posting about. So I wanted to open it up and see if anyone had any questions. You can unmute yourself just by going to the bottom left-hand corner. So if you have any questions, yes, I saw Bishop.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm on Katie's team.
Yeah.
But I'm in school, and this is my senior year, so I'm kind of going to put school on the back burner because I'm almost done, so why not? But I was just going to say, do you think it's, manageable to do with school and stuff? Because I really want to do this, and I'm, really kind of questioning what I'm going to do with my future after I graduate, and this just seems like the best opportunity for me. So
I definitely think you can do it with schools.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of time management, and, we're going to urge everyone to get a calendar and manage their time. I'm like a huge calendar nerd. And so like I write everything down in my calendar. So I think, yeah, I definitely think you can do it. It's going to be just a lot of time management.
Okay, I was going to talk about that too, just coming from that standpoint. I definitely did this 90-day burst really when I went emerald, then diamond, then double diamond. And a lot of the time I was at Chick-fil-A every single day, and I was really not focused on school at all. And to be honest, become close with your teachers and meet them after class. When that happens, you create a relationship with your teachers, and if they see that you're slacking, it's not a big deal. I took C's, and that's something I never ever had. I had A's and B's, and I took my first C. But to be honest, I graduated and I never needed a job. So was it worth it? Hell yeah. Sorry to cuss. But another thing that Caitlin said is get a calendar. Definitely time management. Like, I've got a new calendar today because it starts in August. It's a little Lily Pulitzer calendar. I'm really excited about it. But the biggest thing is time management. You have to have a separate section for school, what is due, and you cannot procrastinate. Like, everything has to be done, and you need to do it on a specific day, and find a day that you will have it done, and then focus all your energy literally the entire rest of the week. If you have to stay up late, I spent so many nights staying up late just focusing on school and things like that. But I know it's totally doable and that you can totally do this.
Yes. And Katie's the perfect one because she's done it. Or, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, I actually joined her team the time she's talking about. I was on her team when she went diamond, and I mean, that was like, my mom was like, how did she do that? I don't know. And even my mom was like, you need to do exactly what she tells you to, and when she tells you to do it, you need to do it. And I was like, okay.
The biggest thing you need to ask yourself, and everybody needs to ask themselves, is how much would it mean to you? You know, the hours you put in, like, what would it mean to you if you had doubled your income? What would it mean to you to promote a rank or have new team members that you're training? So just ask yourself that question and then dive right in.
Yes. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'm going to unmute you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I joined late, but I must have missed, what video were you talking about, like, before we do the 90-day burst?
Okay, so this is going to be just like a 5-minute video, and you're going to send it. You don't have to post it or anything, but you're just going to send it to one of those leaders on that sheet, your closest leader. And it's going to explain why you want to be in the 90-day challenge, and then your goals. If you watch the Eric War video, he talks about having very specific goals, and, you know, be it an income, a rank, a prestigious goal, enrollments, anything. So it's going to be saying why you want to do the 90 days and your goals for those 90 days.
Okay.
So, and just send that to your closest, like, upline on that sheet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this was recorded, so I will post it to a group, and anyone that didn't, Harmony, I don't know if y'all can read the chat. She just said, you know, with kids and everything, like I said, we don't want you to, like, sacrifice times with your kids. It's going to be a lot of not prioritizing, but just scheduling and figuring out what works for you, and doing it, when they nap, when they're, you know, playing with blocks, whatever they do. If they're preoccupied, that's when you can work. And like Chelsea was saying, it's about not just scrolling through Facebook. It's going to be actually talking to people, messaging people, and when you're out, doing it when you're out. So, anyone else?
Another thing I just wanted to add to this that really hit home with me is not using your why as an excuse. I think a lot of times, like, we're so driven to work hard for our why, but then once we start putting it in front and using it as an excuse, like, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do this because of this, then it really puts a burden on your business. So take a look at that and then ask yourself again, like, what would it mean to you if you were to achieve something out of this?
Yes, I wanted to say something about that too, if I could.
Wait, you're muted again.
Am I unmuted?
You're good now.
Holy guacamole, I'm technically challenged. Okay. I was just going to say, you know what? Like my mom she was going through school for a chunk of my, a chunk of my time growing up. And she told me, she's like, look, mom has to study because once I get through this 6 months of school and 6 months of testing and stuff like that, I'm going to triple our income. So if you keep that in mind, you're working towards a goal here. Just like a mom in school, it's short and it's uncomfortable, but it's worth it when you get things done. And I know I sound like a heartless non-mother, but I'm simply saying I appreciate, as much as I missed my mom, I appreciated her sacrifice because she did it to support me and my family even more. So I just want to let you guys know that from a child whose mom, worked very much nights on call, everything. So you guys, your kids will thank you one day.
Great. Okay. Well, this is recorded. I will end it now and I will upload it so we can send it to whoever didn't get to watch. Okay? Bye.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.